Next, Dollar Tree Solar Light DIY. I'm going to use one of these little Shore Living jars. This is the bumpy one. That's like that beautiful like teal color. And it's great because it's already got like a wire hanger on it and everything. And another one of these little solar lights from the Dollar Tree. I didn't realize how many different varieties of the solar lights they have at the Dollar Tree. They have like 4 or 5, maybe more. Now, I kind of want to cover up that little metal pattern on the outside of it. So I'm just going to use some Dollar Tree rope. This is like, I think the thinner one. And I just start gluing that all around. What I want to do is sit this on top of the jar to light the jar up. But I want to kind of just make it look a little bit more coastal. And so I thought rope would be a good option. So I just go over the sides, cut that down to size, and glue it on. I think I made this one way and then I kind of went back and fixed it a little bit once I saw what it looked like in the dark. But at first I just screwed off the base like that and left the little light thing on there. And I'm just going to hang it like that. So I just attach it with hot glue because I do kind of want it to be removable. If the little light goes out, I can always replace it with a new one because hot glue is usually pretty easy to disassemble if you want to. And that looks really cute like that. But what I found was when I went and tested this in the dark, the little light fixture, if you leave it on there, it kind of focuses all the light right there instead of lighting up the whole jar, which is what I wanted. So I just popped that off and took the plastic piece off and reattached the top. I did that on a couple of them, and I went back on both of them and removed that. I usually removed that piece on all of today's DIYs. Now, I thought it was a little plain, so I thought we could take it up a notch by adding a Dollar Tree Shore Living sand dollar to the front by just hot gluing that on to the glass. If you want that to last a little bit longer, you're probably going to want to use like E6000 or something like that. But we're going for convenience today, and that's how that one turned out. I'm going to show you a similar one that I did too. This is also from the Shore Living line. It's that same color, but this one is like a fish scale or mermaid scale all over. And I'm going to kind of do the same treatment on this one. And I kind of display these the same way in my landscaping out in front of my house, but this one's really pretty too, I think. Now, I kind of wanted to do the same thing that we did with the last one, but instead of the sand dollar, we're going to use one of the little starfish from the Dollar Tree. I like the contrast of the white on the blue. I think that's going to look really cute. I can kind of make a pair. They're the same color, but they're different. They have different items on them. They have different patterns on them. So I just hot glue the little starfish to the front of that jar as well. And then we can start DIYing the little solar light to go on top. Now, these solar lights, make sure you test them before you buy them. Pull out the little cardboard piece because, man, some of them I did not test, and I think I had to throw away like 3, maybe more, maybe 3 or 4, because I didn't test them. So lesson learned. But I just hot glued that on the top of my jar, and then I'm just going to go around and finish this one off with rope, just like I did with the last one. You can do the rope part after you attach them to the jar like this, or you can do it while it's still attached to the stake, just kind of whatever you want. I do want to just kind of cover the top of it. Again, so if I do want to switch out the solar light to a new one, like next year, I would be able to do that pretty easily. So just leaving the little solar panel there on the top, exposed, so we can expose that to the light. And if you wanted to weigh these down to make them sturdier to put on the ground, that would be really easy with pebbles or rocks or something like that. But what I'm going to do is hang mine. Now, this is what they look like in the daylight. Our little jar solar lights. I think they're so pretty. And then what I did to display them in my garden is I found some of those little plant hangers, I guess they're called, from the Dollar Tree. I picked up 2 of these, one for like each side of my sidewalk, like near my entryway, and I hung them in my landscaping. And so let me show you what these look like at night outside. This is the one with the sand dollar. This one's probably lit up a little bit more than the other one because I do have some like dusk to dawn lights on the front of my garage. But this is the other one that's a little closer to the garage, and this is how this one looks hanging at night, all lit up. I think they're so pretty.